some light fanfare. Jaws 3D. Uh,
Dun,
Field of
dun.
Dream. Oh, there it is. Oh,
You
I
know,
was thinking
today's
about
the
that
day.
shirt. Yes.
Today is the 40th anniversary. So if you're it's July 22nd, whenever you're listening to this. So today is the actual 40th anniversary.
Wow. Is it really?
It is. So
That
our friend,
changes everything.
it does. Brian actually did some locations for that. He posted today, so you have to check those out. But
Oh, very cool.
yeah, I remember going opening day.
That's amazing that you get to see Jaws 3D in the theater. How did the 3D effects hold up?
So wait, they did a re-release last year or the year before. We saw it in 3D again in the actual 3D, not
In an
and
actual, yeah.
actually, and I do have a 3D TV, so I did when they released that. So I've seen a couple of variations. It's still there's parts that still kind of work,
Yeah.
but yeah, so classy movie.
Calvin, what's
Alvin
Lugas's name?
Bouchard.
Calvin Bouchard.
Yeah.
Yeah. His lines, I mean, his one-liners are so great in that movie. They're so much fun.
Every Oscar winner should follow up with a Jaws 3D.
I read an article recently where Dennis Quaid,
Yes, Dennis. Yeah.
said he was high on cocaine for the movie, and he said every frame that you see, I was high on coke, like literally every frame. And I'm like, yeah, okay,
It's the
I believe
80s.
it.
Well,
I I do like that SeaWorld let them film there, and
call it
it's just
SeaWorld.
so
Yeah.
80s. It's great. Like we got the plans right here. We're doing a press conference, and even the humor's kind of underrated. When the woman in charge of like the employees is like, you know, if I see any cheek, you'll be swapping
Oh,
fries for the
be
rest of the
back, be
day.
shoveling French fries. Show any
Right.
cheek, be back for
It's like a military drill. It's like, what are you doing?
that's
It's so much
it,
fun.
it was like, is this day one? Where they're like doing the training all in ones, like you're starting in 2 hours. Welcome to SeaWorld.
Welcome to SeaWorld. Every movie has their mistakes, and I don't harp on them. But if you look at the ones in Jaws 3D, it's funny. Like for example, the pyramid of the water skiers changes numbers. Like it's
Oh,
10 and
does it?
11 and 10. Yeah, like in the beginning, I never
Yeah.
knew. There's so much fun in that movie, Jaws
Uh,
3D.
Leah Thompson getting her start.
Getting her start. You know, there's a theory, and obviously the writers, and it wasn't intended for this at all, but there's a fan theory that the shark is actually a megalodon because it's too big to be an actually great white. It's 35 feet.
Mm,
And obviously there's no water. It doesn't hold water, but it is kind of interesting, like to think that because the shark is like twice the size of the one in Jaws 1. It's like
yeah,
huge.
they went overboard, and
And you never see it. There's only
yeah,
one shot of the shark above water.
yeah.
Like that's it. Like it's always, they didn't have the budget for it.
The they tried. I'll say that. So
They
but
tried.
it is
They,
it's still one of my favorites. So 40
it's fun.
years. I remember we were in New York like a week or two before, and I would see the huge Jaws 3D billboards, and I was getting
So
so
cool.
excited because I was going to see a Jaws on the big screen for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. And aren't you glad they did SeaWorld and SeaWorld let them do it and we have that now? It's not just another Amity Island or something.
No,
They went to SeaWorld. Like, of course. Why not? It's a
it
cool setting.
it could still, it's not too far like with like the Meg movies, or like people, or the Piranha movies. They want to see that kind of chaos, and
Yeah.
but now they probably would have gone way overboard, and one probably bigger shark. But
Oh
and
yeah.
SeaWorld is probably welcomed. Like, please, we need we need the money.
We need the money. Please. Please do it. Please do it. I did
Oh,
tweet them once because SeaWorld follows me on Twitter of all
yeah.
people. And I tweeted, I'm surprised SeaWorld doesn't use Jaws 3D in their marketing more. And they replied back, we may or may have not like mentioned it at times. And I was thinking, it's a cult classic. You guys should
Yeah.
embrace it. Like you should. I know it's a universal licensing thing,
Yeah.
but like there should be more of an effort
You
on
should
their
tweet them
part.
today. Today's the anniversary.
Today's the anniversary.
Do
Yes,
it.
Jaws 3D, and that was so. The actual theatrical release was July 22nd,
Yes.
1983.
Yeah. 13-year-old Robbie was in the theater.
Well, that's so cool. Were you scared?
I think before I was a little scared because I was like, this is my first Jaws to see, and and I was still in a frightening mode. I'd never seen a Friday the 13th or anything, so this was as close as I kind of got to horror at the time.
It's
So yeah,
spooky.
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
happy anniversary, Jaws 3D.
yes,
We love you.
I feel like I'll rewatch it tonight, maybe. So
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same.
yeah.
With the first, you were too terrified to go back in the water. Just when you were starting to think it was safe, along came the second. Now, nature's most terrifying creature has returned in an all-new adventure. Jaws 3. A new dimension in terror. On the surface, all is calm.
It was a shark with a bite radius about a yard across.
Indicator, shark of some 35 feet in length.
Sealed apart. Let me sealed apart. To experience Jaws 3
Quick, fight!
is to experience a new dimension in terror. The all-new Jaws 3.
So much green. So much green hue in that movie. I love it.
They make it kind of horrific. Like you're like, this is a dark movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love how early on the still of it, like the end when the shark crashes through where they're all the slow motion, like the facial expressions.
I do remember people groaning and laughing a little bit in the theater at some of the 3D effects
Really?
early on. Yeah, I was like, "What are you laughing at?" It's fun. Yeah, but or you're young and you're grabbing at the screen. And
What are you laughing
yeah,
at?
I think it's
It's
they
so
they
much
just they
fun.
just stole Friday 13th Part Three's tagline. A new
Yeah.
dimension in terror
Yep.
was a year before. Come on,
Yep.
Universal.
I did pick up on that. I did pick up on that. And you can get Robert's shirt he's wearing tonight at many places or a few places, but I'm going to get mine at Fright Rags.
Yes,
Is that where you bought yours?
this is where I got that. Yep.
All right. And it's only available in small right now, so I am not getting that tonight. At
You
least
can
not
still
that
wear
one.
it. Just cinch it.
Just I'm at the age, Robert, where I'm no longer wearing mediums. I've upgraded to
Oh,
larges. They're just getting smaller and smaller.
I know.
It's not my
They're
fault.
making things smaller, people. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, but I do love your shirt. I'm so glad you wore that because I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like I was sitting there and I'm like, Robert has a really cool Jaws 3D shirt. I need to get that.
Well, I gave you a very cool Josh shirt as well. That's
Yes, and that is my favorite Jaws shirt. Jaws the Revenge. You know, I get more compliments from that shirt than
really.
like any other shirt. Yeah.
People are like, yes.
No, yeah, like a few people if people know the movie, they like the movie, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll appreciate it. And I do love that shirt. It is perfect.
I'm gonna seal the
Um,
park. Seal the park.
Seal the park. Seal the park. Your your fandom for Jaws 3D is much appreciated. I like that you it's just so bad it's good. You know, it's fun.
You have to have a love for it. So, and I have my Jaws 3D trading card still.
That is cool that you
Yeah.
still have those.
Oh yeah.
When did you get those? Like originally?
Yeah, oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, I buy them in a single packs until I got all of them. So they have cards, and then on the back would be a kind of a cartoon with the red and blue 3D. Um,
Oh. The trading cards,
things.
36.
Yeah.
Are these the Tops one?
Yep.
You actually own this? Do you still have
Oh,
the case
God.
for it?
I have, yeah. But yeah, what are you pulling? So I don't have the case. I have a whole set of cards.
Like these?
Yeah, I probably have a couple sets. Yep. So I will dig those
My
out for you
glasses. Oh
and
my
take some
gosh, that's
pictures.
so
Yeah.
cool that you
So.
still have those. Thanks
Oh
for keeping
gosh, yeah.
them.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah.
They're precious. They're
They
precious.
are precious. You know, they
Which,
don't make. They're starting to come back with kind of the toys and things you can get from movies
mhm,
now for nostalgia for people like us and our age.
yeah.
But they don't back until now, and they didn't make them like they did in the 80s. It was just so
No.
cool. The stuff you could get. They didn't have the internet. You had to have something tangible, and
Yeah.
it was very cool.
You had to buy a pack at a time, and eventually you got the entire set. And
Oh yeah.
remember that the last card would be a checklist card, and you'd write on it like, why were you messing up these cards? But
Well, yeah, why would this happen?
I don't know.
You really do have these though.
I do. Okay. Yeah. I'll take some pictures. I'll send them to you. So I'll
So
send you some pictures that they are something wonderful.